Hello and happy Monday. I'm here for our Monday meetup. Making Mondays a little more interesting, hopefully. Making it easier to get through that rough Monday. So my name is Araya. I am a psychic medium, energy healer, life coach, intuitive coach, and dragon master. So I have a lot of tools in my belt, and I want to use all of them to help move you to where you need to be in your life, or where you want to be in your life. What's your next step? And today I'm just feeling inspired, perfect to just go in the flow, to talk about that flow, the river of life. How do we get into it? How do we let ourselves flow and let go of control? I know for me, I have been a control freak for most of my life, and it's finally been in working with my own coach in the last 10, 11 months that even though I've been intuitive, even though I've been able to work with and move through a lot of blocks on my own and felt inspired with my intuitive hits of what I need to do, it's still been very hard for me to let go of control of a lot of aspects of my life. So how do you do that? Where do you go to let go? And it just starts with consciously recognizing the pattern, first of all. You have to be able to admit and realize the places in your life where you are holding the reins really tight and don't want to let go. And that can be with your kids, it can be with your work. Usually it's across the board when you have that type of a trait and training. And really, it can be training. It's not just that you're a type A personality, or it's your blood type, or, I was born that way. Everybody has the capacity to move into living from their gut instinct and in the flow, because when we do, it allows things to unfold and happen with ease and grace. And I know that was when I started my coaching program with my own coach, our first retreat last April. That was the big message that came through. Even though 15 years of spiritual work, 15 years of living my path and really opening and consciously working on blocks and meditation and all this internal stuff, and yet I still had this peace. And when we went through some certain exercises, which is similar to what I guide people through when I'm in work with them in one-on-one sessions, I came out and it was really actually beautiful. And here I didn't expect I'd be sharing this. We had an altar space set up in the place where we were having the retreat. And I went up and sat and meditated with my angels and connected with my angel wings, actually, for the first time. And yes, it is possible to have angel wings. Yes, it is possible to have dragon wings. Yes, it is possible to have both. Even butterfly wings, fairy wings, all different kinds of experiences, beings from all over the place. So anyway, going back to sitting with my angels, really experiencing sitting with that and feeling it comes through me that my whole new mantra for living. Hi Annie, nice to see you. Thanks for tuning in. My whole mantra of living, and I went straight down to the room where we had whiteboards and we had giant poster pad sticky notes to stick on the wall for some work we were doing. And I brought some pens and I drew a big giant set of wings, and the mantra, with ease and grace, I fly. And that became my modus operandi from then until now, in allowing the inspiration to come, allowing it to flow, and not having to stick to my plan, which, what I used to teach scuba diving. If you didn't stick to the plan, somebody could get hurt, right? You plan the dive and you dive the plan. And I'm here to say that sometimes the plan needs to change. Sometimes we need to go with something that's coming in spur of the moment and showing us a blessing, or showing us a shift in the path, or a detour that might really improve things and take us on a better course than if we just stick to the plan. So it's learning how to just see and recognize what's coming in, what's in front of me, what is life offering me right now? Can I jump on it? When we get that little niggle in our heart of like, oh, I really need to do this. And then our brain overrides and it says, you can't afford it. You don't deserve it. You don't have time for it. What will your partner think about it? What will your kids think about it? What will your parents or your family think about it? All these little things that stop us from living our dream, living our purpose, living our path. And they're all false beliefs. They're all things that have been set in place and set in motion by our childhood and by the dynamic of our family upbringing, by our peers, and the way that we've moved through life up to this point. And you don't have to stay in that. It can change. I'm here as a living testimony that it can change. And you just have to start wanting it, start desiring it, and start unlocking all of the unconscious things that are in you that need to come to the conscious light of day in order to be released. So with that flow, allowing, what can you allow in your life today that might make a difference? Did you have an opportunity come recently to sign up for something that you just really, really were excited about? Or maybe you started dreaming about something and all of a sudden, boom, there's a flyer about it, but you didn't follow through, you didn't let yourself. Maybe there's somebody that came to your door and they offered you this brand new amazing vacuum. Okay, who loves door-to-door vacuum salesmen, right? Does that even exist anymore? It actually does. I had someone come a year and a half ago trying to sell me a vacuum and I thought, wow, that really exists still. But whatever it is, somebody has come to you and shown you something. Part of you is going, oh my gosh, I really, really like that. And maybe it was just triggering an idea, and then it was the third thing that popped in that is going to actually be what you follow. But the thing is, when we let the brain override, then the gut is not leading us. And I guarantee you, leading from the gut is the intuitive hit. So we've got this love, wisdom, and power center. We've got, love, power down in the gut, and wisdom. And when we lead from the heart and follow with the gut instinct, that's going to take us further in aligning with the truth of who we are than any mental override, unconscious pattern thinking that's going to come in from all of our wounds and all of our scars. So how do you get in touch with that gut? Maybe you're out in your path and you're like, I can't hear my intuitive gut. I don't know how to follow it. I don't know what that means. And there's all kinds of teachers and healers and paths and information out there about it. That's what I do one-on-one work with people. And getting those things to the light of day, getting into that place where you can actually tune in and feel that intuitive voice speaking to you and guiding you, because you do have a guide and a guardian angel. Maybe you didn't even know that, but at birth, Mother, Father, God assigned you, specifically you, for your soul, companions for your entire journey. And there are points where your journey transcends and shifts, and those guides can no longer serve because you've outgrown them, right? We outgrow teachers, especially when we're really dynamically on our path and know that in this lifetime, I came in this lifetime, and I know that I came to balance a whole bunch of karma in one go because I want to be done. I want to move forward, and I've known that, and I know that, Annie, this is hitting you because this is the flow. This is the energetic flow, and so some of this message is directly for you and the other people that are going to catch the replay. In tuning into that and following it, and that's funny because I just lost the track by following the comment. Getting in that flow is going to move you into spaces, move you into opportunities. And yes, the karmic balance of lifetimes. I came in and everybody's looked at my life and said, oh my God, you've got this chapter and this chapter and this chapter and this chapter and now this chapter, and they're all radically different. But I knew that. I came in knowing that I am here specifically to balance a whole bunch of stuff in one go and almost graduate, maybe is the word for it, ascend in this body, because I do believe it's possible. So how did I do that? I kept listening and being willing to shift my life as I needed to and follow my heart of what was calling me and going there. Regardless of what my family was saying, what my boyfriends were saying, what, if I had to quit a job to move forward, if I knew in my heart that it was it, I knew it was going to be the right thing. And looking back on my life now, yeah, I've had some amazing chapters. I've had so many incredible adventures, and I'm wiser and more powerful and more on track as a being than I could be if I hadn't had all those. But none of them would have happened if I had stayed in my comfort zone. That's a big one that keeps us from following our gut. We want to stay in our comfort zone of what is easy, what is familiar, what doesn't push our buttons of resistance and make us go into discomfort zones. Because growth is uncomfortable. Every time we have growth, there's going to be resistance. Resistance internally and externally. And when you have the most resistance coming about something you know in your heart that you need to do, and these walls are coming up and you're saying, no, I'm too nervous. No, I can't afford it. No. When you have the most resistance, it's because your soul knows. Your soul is 3 steps ahead of your physical body and even your energy body. And so when you know that you're going to go through a huge period of growth, and it's coming around the corner and it's scary because the new is scary. Discomfort zones are scary. Growth can be scary. And part of you knows that. Part of you feels that. But you're also drawing it to you as a challenge to push you through to the next level. And so are you willing to just change and shift and go with it? Or do you want to stay in your comfort zone? It's free will, personal choice. That's the beautiful thing about this universe. Mother, Father, God gave us free will. That's a great experience about humanity and why we've come here to be humans in these bodies. We're having this, we are spiritual beings. We can incarnate in all kinds of universes and all kinds of forms. And we chose human form this time on this planet because of the incredible opportunities it offers on a soul level. We get to experience the highest gamut or the largest gamut of emotions, I believe, in any of God's creatures that we could experience. And so, do we stay in our comfort zone and not want to grow and not want to challenge ourselves? Or do we start taking those risks? Do we start stepping forward and going, okay, yes, I'm scared. I'm going to face that fear and I'm going to do it anyway. It can be a small thing. It can be a big thing. We don't have to jump off of a cliff right away, but maybe your guides are getting you to go skydiving as a physical example of actually being able to soar. And something in that, if it's a physical fear for you of heights, if you can move through that, then you're going to move through a fear that's on a deeper level emotionally or spiritually of soaring on that plane. So sometimes opportunities come for very physical world, real activities that push your buttons and push you beyond, but that are going to show you, what they do is they implant in you that confidence seed, that confidence to know that, oh my God, I did that. And when you can do it on the physical level, then the emotional and spiritual level. So yes, spiritual growth. Emotional growth, those are the biggest blocks and resistance that we hit. Emotional growth is very, very challenging and scary because those pits of pain that we need to hit in order to release those blocks have been holding us back for most of our lives, especially most of our adult lives. So when we do the little steps of things in the physical realm that teach us, yeah, I can go for it. Maybe we push ourselves in the spiritual realm to, learn how to meditate or open ourselves to reading some sacred texts that maybe push our brain to expand a little bit. And they're going to help us get into those emotional challenges where it is really scary to go and look at past trauma. Maybe you actually had physical trauma that left deep emotional scars. Could have been abuse, could have been assault, could have been neglect. All these things are deep and embedded within us. And when we take the baby steps in the rest of our life to push ourselves into growth, into our resistance, then when we can really start tackling the emotional ones, that's when we see the most change and shift in our law of attraction in our life, what opportunities come, and where we can go with them. So this has been a full circle flow. I honestly, an hour ago, half hour ago, didn't know where this talk was going to go, but I allowed Spirit to speak through me to those that are going to be catching this, because there's a message in there for them that's going to push them into either a physical, emotional, or spiritual challenge to push through. And I hope that you're encouraged to just try that. If you need help, boy, please reach out, message me if you're interested in how I work, what kind of work we could do together, one-on-one sessions, 3-month programs. Those are the real transformational ones. Working for 12 weeks together every other week really moves through some things. But even if you just want to connect by phone, I do discovery calls. I will make some time for some at the end of this week. 20 to 25 minutes on the phone together to see what you need, What's in your journey that I can assist with? Or what do my programs look like that could maybe help that? Maybe just connecting and seeing if we're a good energetic fit together. I would love to do that with you. So feel free to message me if that interests you. And otherwise, I just hope you take today, and I'm going to do a card reading. I'm feeling drawn to do that. I hope that something in this little chat gave you a tool that you can take today and use. Maybe it just helps you pay attention to an opportunity that comes in the next 3 or 4 days that's really meant to push you through something that's been holding you back. Or maybe just diving into your creativity or opening you into self-care. Maybe you finally take an opportunity to do something for you, especially if you're a mom, a working mom that's overloaded, overbusy, overwhelmed with so much responsibility or perceived responsibility of what is demanded of you on all sectors from all sides of your life. And maybe it's just enough to go and say yes to a class for you, an hour or 2 of time for you to do whatever you need to take care of you. All right, so I'm gonna grab my Archangel cards. I love my Archangel Power deck. And let's just hold that intention with a message today from your angelic spirit of what encouragement, what message would encourage you to be able to listen to the voice of spirit in your life. And I just had the card in, and here it is again. The 10 of Raphael. Love and blessings fill your life. Harmonious relationships with family members and a happily ever after. So as I look at the card, there's an image of a man and a woman sitting in a park having a picnic, and there's a beautiful pergola or a gazebo behind them and a rainbow arcing through and children in the background. So following your gut here, I'm just seeing this beautiful flow of nature and the flow of the rainbow energy coming in to the picture, which to me, that beautiful flow of energy coming in on the rainbow is really the angelic support all around. The support of Mother Nature, the support of really feeling the connection of the earth holding you up and supporting you, and the angels around you supporting you as you step forward in that decision to actually do something for yourself, for your path that's going to push you into the next level of growth. So I hope that encourages you. Feel free to post any comments if you have questions. I do always respond to those, or you can message me directly. And with that, I'm going to leave you for today. Annie, thanks for staying on. It's been a joy to have you present. I feel like most of the time I was talking directly to you and to those that watch the replay. So thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next Monday with another Monday meetup. I love these Mondays, and I hope you do too. Bye.